If you've ever asked the question, what must I do to be saved? Then you have something in common with someone mentioned in the book of Acts in the Bible. The Philippian jailer is mentioned in Acts chapter 16 and asks that very same question to two of his prisoners, the Apostle Paul and one of Paul's partners in the ministry named Silas. They answered the jailer with a very direct statement: believe in the Lord Jesus and you will be saved, you and your household. That sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Believe in the Lord Jesus. To make sure that we understand the answer given by Paul and Silas, let's first examine exactly what it means to be saved according to the Bible. To understand how to be saved, a person first needs to understand why he needs to be saved and what he needs to be saved from. The Bible teaches that all people are sinners who have broken God's laws. All people have rebelled against God and justly deserve death and punishment for their sins. The reason why we need to be saved is because we have sinned against God, a God who is good, holy, and a God that loves us. Many people would say that we need to be saved from our sin. And while that's true, there's something much greater and more frightening that we need to be saved from, and that is the just wrath of God against sinners. 1 Thessalonians 1 verse 10 states that Jesus delivers us from the wrath to come. Many people are uncomfortable with the idea of God's wrath, but the Bible is clear. God is not only a God of love, but He is a God also of justice. Deuteronomy 32 verse 4 says, He is the rock, His work is perfect, for all His ways are justice, a God of truth and without injustice, righteous and upright is He. His justice demands that He punish sinners. Think of it this way. Let's suppose that a man committed the crime of rape. He came before the judge and said to the judge, Your Honor, I admit, I did rape that woman, but I'm sorry. There are many other women with whom I've interacted in my life, and I've treated them with respect, and have even gone out of my way to help many of them. Surely, since I have treated all those other women well, you could let me go. I know that you are a good judge and a loving judge. Therefore, I ask that you dismiss my case, since you are so good and loving. If that judge were to let that man go unpunished, we would rightly be outraged. We would cry out for that judge to be fired. Because the judge is loving and a good judge, he must punish that rapist. And it's the same way with God. Proverbs 17 verse 15 states that he who justifies the wicked is an abomination to the Lord. That's a very important idea about God, that even the ancient philosophers like Socrates knew quite well. They knew that a perfect God would also mean perfect justice, which means that He cannot simply let sin, any sin, go unpunished if He was in fact a perfect judge. God must punish sinners because He is loving and just. If you love something, you must hate that which hurts it. If you love people, for example, you must hate murder. If you love children, you hate pedophilia. In fact, the more that you love them, the more you will hate that which sins against them. God is rightly angry at sinners. Psalm 7 verse 11 says, God is a just judge, and God is angry with the wicked